Hello and welcome to this special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Throughout this year, we have brought you stories that gave information about all that is happening in Montgomery County. Today, we take you on a journey through some of those stories that defined 2015 in our county. We will start with the county executive's 6-point economic plan. Executive Ike Leggett highlighted the measures set in place during the last 11 months that have become economic development game changers. Executive Ike Leggett described his 6-point economic plan as having tremendous progress in the last 11 months.
My goal was to change how we can better attract and retain businesses and how we can better align businesses' needs with workforce development.
Back in December of last year, when Leggett sworn in to his third term in office, he announced 6 economic priorities. This week's press event was to give an update on how each of those are moving forward. First, the MOVE program, an investment of $30 million to bring companies to available office space in the county.
Has attracted 26 new businesses to the county and added 187 jobs, with a projection of 343 new jobs over the next few years. Collectively, these companies fill over 100,000 square feet of office space. That's essentially the entire space of the county office building.
The MC Squared program, which would include mentoring to savvy tech young entrepreneurs. On this end, MIT's venture mentoring service is now active in the county with 15 mentors. Streamlining the development process to 30 days was another one of those points. Leggett informed that instead of 30, it now takes 19 days to obtain a building permit review.
I'm unveiling today a new development database that would allow the public to see projects as they are proposed and moved throughout the system and get quick overview, including photographs and contact information as well. Ultra
Montgomery, a high-speed fiber network. On this end, the county launched Ultra Gig at the Silver Spring Innovation Center, making it a wireless 1 gigabyte test bed. And Support Montgomery Workforce Coalition with the creation of additional vocational programs in the county. For this, WorkSource Montgomery, Inc. has become the designated workforce development entity. The last point is creating an independent transit authority. On this, the executive says it is in progress, exploring alternatives for a pilot program for 2 rapid transit bus routes. 2015 was proclaimed as the Year of the Veteran in Montgomery County. And as part of the many events and celebrations, a tribute to Vietnam veterans was the first major event honoring our veterans since that war ended 40 years ago.
Montgomery County hosted a salute for its Vietnam War veterans at the universities at Shady Grove.
My brother was killed in Vietnam, and I wanted to be here to honor him.
It is estimated that between 130 and 140 Montgomery County residents lost their lives in the Vietnam War. Today, there are believed to be 13,000 veterans from the Vietnam era living in Montgomery County, including County Executive Ike Leggett, who served in the U.S. Army.
It's been almost 4 decades since our Vietnam veterans returned home. We want to take this opportunity to acknowledge their courage and patriotism and say thank you for making the world a better place.
And the one word that binds these veterans together is sacrifice.
I had tears in my eyes watching some of the videos those people put up with their own flag.
One of the things that brought me here today is I read that 5 former prisoners of war of this great country are going to be in attendance, and I wanted to be able to approach them and let them know on 2 occasions I ran 2 missions to find prisoners of war.
The POWs included retired Air Force Colonel Fred Cherry of Silver Spring, retired Navy Captain Michael Cronin of North Potomac, former Navy civilian employee Larry Stark of Bethesda, retired Air Force Colonel Hubert Walker of North Bethesda, and retired Navy Commander Everett Alvarez Jr. of Potomac.
Didn't matter how long it would take, we knew that someday we'd come home. And when we did, we would go home with our honor.
A Huey flew in by the Air Force for this salute, triggered even more memories for the Vietnam War veterans. It was a place where many lingered to share their war stories with the pilots and other veterans like the Nam Knights. It was also a place to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's right.
For County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke.
The future of the Department of Liquor Control has been at the forefront of county issues this year. The council's ad hoc committee on liquor control proposed to privatize liquor sales in the county. Susan Kennedy brought us that story.
The council unanimously approved the resolution. It urges the county delegation, the General Assembly, and the governor to allow private businesses to sell wholesale special order beer and wine products in Montgomery County. The resolution also asks that Montgomery County be allowed to institute a wholesale distribution fee. Councilmember Hans Remer says he's pleased with the progress the committee was able to make in crafting these changes that he believes were a long time coming.
What this change will allow our stores and our restaurants to do is go directly to private distributors, which of course operate, all over the country, and they can get then really an unlimited number of products directly from the private sector. So as a result, it'll be easier for the restaurants to offer choices, to constantly shuffle their inventory, to get price deals, and that is what the consumer environment really demands now.
Liquor distribution in the county has been controlled by the Department of Liquor Control since Prohibition. The county's delegation must now submit legislation during the upcoming General Assembly session in January. If it's approved there, it must receive the endorsement of the governor.
It's just kind of a question of whether government can reform itself, whether government can modernize itself, whether we can take a look at what we do and say, this has to change and make a change. And that's what this was about for me.
If the resolution is advanced at the state level, it's hoped it will go into effect here by late 2016. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Executive Ike Leggett has repeatedly said that he opposes privatization, and this promises to be a hot item next year. When we come back, the city of Rockville held elections this year, and we take you to the inauguration that took place. And the U.S. Secretary of Labor came to Silver Spring for the historic signing of the Earned Sick Leave Bill. All this when we come back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Thank you for staying tuned to this special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Vigili, and we're showcasing the events that made 2015 such an amazing year. In the city of Rockville, the 65th mayor and council were elected and sworn in. The inauguration theme was Building Trust in Government. Rock 11 Now's Colby Ford has more.
For the first time in Rockville history, the mayor and council will serve a 4-year term instead of 2. The newly elected body is ready to go and get into the business of Rockville.
Rockville is in dire need of a new master plan. A good plan that envisions the future that the people who live here want for their city. We need a plan that allows managed growth, smart and safe initiatives for pedestrians and bikes, opportunities for new companies to see Rockville as the location for their business. A master plan that promotes, encourages, and protects all of our collection of diverse neighborhoods, which, after all, allow for what makes Rockville so special.
The 65th mayor also addressed how they will work together to tackle the Rockville Pike Plan.
Rockville also must get the Rockville Pike Plan right. Let's work with the jurisdictions to our north and our south and create a road that meets theirs. and that doesn't put city taxpayers on the hook for rights of way.
To carry out the plan for the Pike and our growing community, they will need some help from other departments, such as public safety, and they're definitely on board.
Well, I think we're going to continue on in the same vein that we have of looking at the future of Rockville. And I know that this mayor and council is very concerned about public safety, very concerned about our infrastructure. So I look forward to a very productive 4 years and actually to see a lot of positive change.
Rockville residents want to be a part of the governing process, and they're inspired by the newly elected mayor and council.
You know, it's instilled in me even more patriotism. I wanted to see the capstone of the process, so I came out today to see what my vote produced.
It's about all of Rockville making sure that the process is transparent and clear, and that we actively stay involved in our own government, because it's we the people, not just the mayor and the council.
And it will take teamwork to make the dream work for Rockville.
I'm looking for good and better things, and I bless them with all my heart.
For County Report This Week, I'm Colby Ford.
Montgomery County government made history at the national level. In a packed Silver Spring Civic Building, Executive Leggett signed the Sick and Safe Leave Bill, placing the county at the forefront of protection for employees.
Thank you guys so very much. We signed that.
Executive Ike Leggett handed pens to the bill sponsors and to U.S. Secretary of Labor Tom Perez.
President Obama said in his inauguration address that we are the only advanced nation in the entire world that does not have paid and sick leave. 43 million Americans, 43, that's larger than some countries, do not have this right, this opportunity today. We are going to start to correct that. Unfortunately, we do not have it at the national level. Unfortunately, we do not have it at the state level. But here in Montgomery County, we will have it.
The bill requires most employers in the county to provide earned sick and safe leave to employees for work performed. This makes Montgomery County one of the few local jurisdictions in the nation to have some form of required leave for employees.
Today's moment here that we mark must be the continuation of a movement across America. And I've traveled this country and I've met county officials. I have met state delegates, state senators. I've met governors who are doing it. And we are turning local and state governments into what you have always been here in Montgomery County, an incubator of innovation and an incubator of opportunity. And we need to continue this moment so that it will indeed become a movement. Because I will leave you with this. I have absolutely no doubt that paid leave at a federal level is a when question, not an if question. And the when question is sooner, as long as we continue to turn this moment into a movement.
Employees will earn 1 hour of leave per every 30 hours worked, up to accumulating 7 days of paid sick leave. For businesses with 5 or less employees, the paid leave would be 4 days, and the employee can take up to 3 days of unpaid leave.
The benefit of not having workers show up sick, the benefit of not spreading contagious disease, the public health import of this, the fundamental ability of workers to keep their job and not have to make this agonizing choice between earning a living, paying the mortgage, or showing up to work sick. Friends, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Earned sick and safe leave can be used for the injury or illness of the employee or the employee's immediate family. It can also be used for time off needed due to domestic violence suffered by the employee or a member of the family. The bill will take effect on October 1st, 2016. This year, the county moved forward with generating a bicycle master plan. The county's planning department launched that master plan and hosted several meetings around the county to hear recommendations on how to upgrade the bicycle and pedestrian facilities around Montgomery County.
There are plenty of places to ride bikes in Montgomery County, but a lot of people don't really feel comfortable doing it. It's partly psychological and it's partly a real risk of riding in traffic. And so by creating a separated bike network, we hope to get people more comfortable with the idea of trying their bikes as a way to get around town. and we can encourage people not just to get out of their cars and reduce traffic congestion, but also do something that will improve their quality of life, their physical fitness, and something that'll just be fun.
The average biker, and I would put myself in that category, does not feel safe riding in traffic. So what we want to do is create a context in which they can be safe, and we know how to do that. That's what cycle tracks are all about. So separated lanes make the average biker feel safer, and if we're going to increase biking in our community, it's the average biker that we need to attract.
I can tell you from experience being a bike commuter that I enjoy my time getting to work on a bike a whole lot more than I enjoy time riding in a car, or even for that matter riding on the subway. And so it can take a time of day that people ordinarily view as a chore or something that they endure and turn it into something that they look forward to.
Well, it's important for your physical well-being. It's important to reduce carbon emissions. It's important for quality of life, so that instead of cars everywhere, you have walkers, you have bikers, you have enlivened streetscapes. So you're trying to create livable communities, and biking is a critical component of that.
The next step is now really to get into the hard work of developing the master plan and the master plan recommendations. Our first step now is going to be developing the approach to the plan, the different metrics that we're going to use, but ultimately we'll get into developing recommendations for different types of bike facilities on different roads, on bicycle parking, on different bike policies.
We are going to have the best bike plan ever written, and by that I don't mean that we're going to have the most bike facilities, that they're going to be everywhere, but that we're going to have the most systematic, rigorous evaluation of how can we get the most bang for our buck out of the limited resources that are available. I mean, it's a time when budgets are tight for everything, but if we can take a little bit of money and make it go a long way to make bicycling more attractive and safer, inviting to more people, we'll have succeeded.
When we come back, thousands gathered when Pope Francis visited Washington, D.C. And a group of angels in Tacoma Park helped shovel snow during the tough 2015 winter season. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to this end of the year special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili, and we're bringing you the stories that made headlines this year. Montgomery County residents were among the thousands who flocked to Washington, D.C. in hopes of seeing Pope Francis in person. My MC Media's Sonia Burke brought us that story.
The Pope comes and we're so excited.
Pope Francis's visit to Washington, D.C. was a popular stop for Montgomery County Catholics who wanted to see the Pope in person. At the Shady Grove Metro, we talked to some of these residents before they boarded the train.
We're going to the Papal Mass. My son got a ticket from our parish, and I'm his escort.
It's sort of a pilgrimage for us, so we're in prayer as we go to the ellipse. And to see the Pope in person would be a big blessing for us.
On this morning commute, Metro trains were not as crowded as expected. On location for the Pope, security was as tight as expected.
It was a bless for me just to be here today. And by the way, guess what happened? I brought my guitar because we playing, and the security staff said, you guys are not allowed to bring the guitar. So what we can do with the guitars? They are like, there's a distraction there, and we throw our guitars away.
The Pope's visit was called a mission of love, and the love for this Pope was everywhere you looked.
I thought it was important for my son and I to at least get a glimpse of the Pope and see and hear what he has to say and where he's bringing the Catholic faith.
It was amazing to see him in person, especially how everybody always is talking about him going to a Catholic school, so it was amazing to meet the head of the church.
We got to see the Pope in person. It was really incredible. I liked it a lot.
It was really exciting to see the Pope come by. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I was excited I got to take part in it.
You know, a lot of things going on in today's society, so I see him as a role model. I take everything that he says to heart.
He looked right at us and gave us a nice papal wave, so it was perfect.
That's awesome. What were you thinking as he paraded by?
I was thinking these kids won't ever forget today. That's what I was thinking.
What about you?
I won't ever forget today either. That's exactly right. I thought it was a beautiful time for our church and for our country.
In Washington, D.C., for County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke.
As we get ready for this snow season, here is a heartwarming story. The 2015 winter weather made it very difficult for many folks in the county to go about their daily lives. Thanks to a new Lifelong Tacoma program, residents in the city of Tacoma Park received a much-needed free service that helps people deal with all of the snow and ice. Here is more about the Snow Angels program.
The Lifelong Tacoma program had identified a need that existed with residents who have physical limitations and who are unable to remove snow from their sidewalks, their steps, and their walkways. So we were looking at some creative solutions as to how we could provide the support to residents that needed it to be able to remove their snow. I had learned of a club of community service student volunteers, and the facilitator of that club just embraced the idea of wanting to help.
Difference Makers is a student-run organization, so I kind of facilitate the activities. All middle school students, they run their own meetings, they come up with their own projects. What I want the kids to understand is that it's important to give back and not seek anything in return. Many of the kids get that. They understand the importance of giving back to their communities.
I've been hearing about it around my school and in the club Difference Makers, who's the main connection. I'm in Difference Makers, and it just seemed like a good thing to be doing. We have a list of people and we go around to their houses and we shovel their driveways, sidewalks, some of their front porches. People in your community can help shape your life, and it's just a nice thing to do to help people.
This last time there were over 40 residents that had received assistance through the pilot. Residents have commented on the students' professionalism, their politeness, the thoroughness in which they do the work. Part of this discovery process with Lifelong Tacoma is not only identifying the needs of residents, but also looking at what are some of the resources that are uniquely here. We will continue to communicate to residents opportunities for them to receive assistance as well as to engage with students and others within the city.
When we come back, this year the Executives Hispanic Gala granted 77 scholarships to students from all diverse communities. And the MCPS Latin Dance Competition once more rocked the Strathmore. County Report This Week. We'll be right back.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to the Best of County Report This Week. Our show today highlights some of the stories that touched us in 2015. It was a packed house at the Fillmore Silver Spring for the 3rd annual Montgomery County Executive Hispanic Gala. 77 students from diverse communities in the state received a $2,000 scholarship each. Carolina Galeano brought us that story.
Now in its 3rd year, the Montgomery County Executive Hispanic Gala
filled the house tonight here at the Fillmore with over 1,000 attendees and 77 students receiving awards and scholarships.
This started as an idea. I was jogging in the park one day, and I had gone to the Executives Ball, which has been established for 30 years now, and they fundraise to give funds to the arts and humanities. And I said, there's got to be something for Latino, for Hispanic students like that.
My family actually moved back to my home country, so I'm pretty much here by myself, trying to fight life and trying to strive for the best while still finishing school. This is my last year of undergrad, so obviously this is really, really helpful when you have to pay for like bills and things like that.
I appreciate the scholarship more than the average student just because of my situation. I don't qualify for FAFSA, and all the money that I use for my tuition comes from my merit scholarships, and also I pay cash.
This year, for the first time, the scholarship is open to any student of need, not just Latino students. I'm very proud about that. Each student was awarded $2,000 from sponsoring governing agencies, local businesses, and Montgomery College.
What's interesting to me about this event is recognizing that the only way you can truly provide access and the only way you can really help change a family's life is through education.
We started with 25 students just a couple of years ago to 77 awards that we're providing tonight, providing opportunity for students, access to students, but also recognize the Hispanics who have made such a powerful contribution to our state, our community, and our nation.
The program also honored universities at Shady Grove Executive Director Dr. Stuart Edelstein as Advocate of the Year, ESOL Counselor Lulu Fetzer Munoz as Educator of the Year, and the U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services Director Leon Rodriguez for his work in public service. But among the most memorable photo moments was the one taken by County Executive Ike Leggett.
And I'm going to send this photograph to Mr. Donald Trump so that he could see precisely what inclusion is about. This is a picture and this is an event that I would like for him to see because it is completely the opposite, the contrast to what he's talking about around the nation.
For County Report This Week, I'm Carolina Galeano.
Over 2,000 parents and students showed up at the Strathmore to cheer for their favorite teams. This while 7 MCPS high schools competed at the 16th annual Latin dance competition. Here's the story from MCPS.
After months of practicing steps, kicks, and spins, more than 100 MCPS students from 7 high schools participated in the 16th annual Latin dance competition, held before a packed house at the Music Center at Strathmore.
Today I have 45 students, both currently high school and alumni, competing and working together. And it's a really nice experience just to see how they've developed in such a short time to come together. And it's a very diverse group from different countries.
This competition is sponsored by the After School Dance Fund, whose mission is to build support for academic and social-emotional success of students through Latin dance clubs in MCPS.
It helps them to develop themselves, to make friends, to feel safe and comfortable so that they can focus on what's most important, which is their education.
All of the team members, we all help each other and we all motivate each other to, do great in school.
The hard work and dedication of the students helps them to develop important life skills that organizers say will serve them well as adults.
They learn how to engage the audience and how to take criticism and, how to handle the pressure.
I feel happy, I feel open with other people. I don't know how to explain this, but it's really good for me.
A large crowd of students, parents, and community members cheered for their favorite dance teams, all the while celebrating Latin heritage.
The students are learning that with hard work and dedication, they can accomplish many, many things. Not just the dancing, but I think that is one of the lessons that I hope that they learn out of all of this.
In the end, we all love to do it, so it just makes us all happy.
Einstein High School and Magruder High School won Best of Show, but all dancers were declared winners because of their hard work and their dedication to Latin dance.
And on that fun note, we close this special edition of County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Vigili, and we will return in 2016 with all of the stories that impact you as a county resident. From all of us here, we wish you a safe holiday season. And remember, the county offers sober ride services over the holidays. Call this number if you had one too many during the celebrations. Happy holidays.